Greetings, y'all. This is Fashayo of Earth Mother Guidance. I am coming to you today to give a review on Awakened Vitality's Candida and Parasite Cleanse. This is day 2, I think. Yeah, I think it's day 2. So, my first thing was I don't mind the Candida cleanser, killer at all. It's actually pretty easy because at first I was kind of upset, that it wasn't in a pill form. And I was like, this is gonna be nasty, whatever. But it's not bad at all. So what I do for that is I put it in a cup at night beside my bed with a spoon, and then I don't leave the spoon in there, but I leave the spoon beside my bed and I stir it up before I get out of the bed and drink it. It is made up of, I can never say that thing right. I think it's called diatomaceous earth. I think that's right. Because I think I was calling it dichotomous earth at first. That's not right. So I think it's called diatomaceous earth. So, and I've seen a lot of videos on it. It looks like it's some really good stuff, like to use anyway. It seems really easy to keep up with, really easy to take, and some people I saw even said they were taking up to 2 and 3. Just tell them, hey, sis, you creeping in the back. They were taking 2 to 3 tablespoons a day, or they would take like one, like they would split them or take them all at one time. And so that part is easy. So that's the first thing you do. So then you take the parasite killer, and this is her suggestions with the menu plan that she sends you, or the sample meal plan that she sends you. And so around lunchtime, you're supposed to take the parasite killer, which is okay. Now you're doing too much. Which is that is in pill form. And what else? Oh, the first day I took it, I had it wasn't a reaction. That's not the right word. But I could feel it in my system. And I was so petrified I was going to see like some big worm or something come out. It felt almost like, because I used to have migraines a lot. Like right when you take Excedrin, and if you take it with some coffee to hurry up and get rid of it, that rush. That's how it felt like a little bit after I took it the first day. I didn't have that same experience after. Like, when I took it the next time. The last thing you take at night is the colon cleanse. At first, I was about to complain that every time I take somebody's colon cleanser, it never works. And I usually have quite the opposite reaction of becoming locked up or constipated, instead of being loose. And at first, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, so we've gone from regular poop to like rabbit turds, which is, is not good. So, what I looked at when I reread the paper. For one thing, even according to her sample meal plan, I was missing 1 serving of water. But the other thing is, I completely forgot to drink according to my body weight, which I think she does the regular half your body weight in ounces. Yeah, so for me, I weigh 163, 162 pounds. So, I know I wasn't doing that. What else? And also, depending on your body and what you do, you may need to do more. Because I noticed today when we were at the park, I should not have been thirsty. Should not. But I was. I was really thirsty. Like, where you even have like those, it's like this, not to cotton mouth yet, but where you get the little bubbles in your mouth and you need to drink. So, yeah, that. But I haven't, I felt tired, really tired, but I think it's because I'm on my cycle. And I've been getting up a little bit earlier. So I think that, those two together are kind of working against me, because like I'm really sleepy right now. Like I could totally lay down and just take a nap. But I was able to go to the park. We did our little hiking. Not as much, but only because it was like 90 some degrees outside. So yeah, I'm not, doing a whole lot in that. But other than that, it's been really good. I didn't have any really pronounced symptoms except for like my feet. I told you I was having this weird like, cause I always thought when people talk about athlete's foot, it was like between your toes and all this stuff. Well, I was having these little bumps come up on the side of my foot, and that itched. I mean, at the worst times. And sometimes it would just be this flare. And at other times, I would have this flare of itching in some random, part of my body. Not cracks and crevices or anything like that, but just like, almost like it was surge. And that's what really made me start thinking, okay, you have yeast overgrowth because your feet don't do that and you don't just randomly itch. So what I did, what little I did have on my feet is dried up. Because I don't really put anything on my feet like oil or anything like that. I do glycerin on my feet. Yeah, on my feet, just on my feet. And so anyway, I've seen an improvement with that already. My daughter, she was having the splotchiness on her arms, and she felt like she feels like it's lightening up, and on her neck. So it's like it goes from up in here down to around the elbow, and then like across the back of her neck. So it's like, across there, which had her really self-conscious. So I really need to find out if she can use the same stuff I'm using. I need to ask, because at least with the candida killer, I think that would be good for her to try. But anyway, I just wanted to do an update. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to update you all on. Oh, I have had mostly raw food. Today I did stop by one of the health food stores because we were going to the park, and I didn't have the time or the energy to make myself something substantial for lunch. So I ate, it was some little prepackaged thing that it's kind of like they don't have a deli, but they package stuff from a deli, and it was a macrobiotic something. So I figured that'd be okay. It was vegan and everything. I don't know if macrobiotic and vegan is the same thing, but I checked the ingredients, and I've heard people talk about macrobiotic diets before, like they were really great. So trying to think what else. But for the most part, I've done raw. I have been eating fruit, because I can't do all that, not having fruit. So it's just gonna have to work out. I'm trying to be disciplined everywhere else. And we are here to go to my aunt's house in a little bit, to eat. But I wouldn't eat what she had anyway. It's spaghetti with, beef or whatever in it. So I wouldn't have eaten that anyway. But you want to go? So I probably just won't be eating because they're also doing it at 6. And according to this, you're not supposed to eat after 6 o'clock. But because I had such a substantial lunch, I don't think I'll be hungry. That's the other thing that I think I've kind of messed up on in the past. I didn't have a substantial lunch. I would just juice, throughout the day, nothing else ever. And then by 6 o'clock, when you're supposed to stop, my stomach was, would be growling like it was last night. My husband was like, "What is that?" I was like, it's my stomach. So I think I'm going to try to make sure that maybe I add quinoa and some steamed vegetables or something like that. Dang, I should have got it at the health food stuff. But anyway, add something like that to kind of, hold me over. I'm not doing the oils. I haven't had anything with oils. I did have some fat because I had a salad with avocado. Now, I made sure that I put a huge space, enough time for it to get through my system before I ate any fruit. So you know, like I said, I'm trying to feel my way kind of through this, because I know for me, I'm not going to, it's not that I can't, I guess, but I'm just not willing to do 2 weeks without fruit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. And there's no need me, you know, pretending. I've done fast enough at this point to know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Going without fruit is one of them. Especially if I am going to do, if I'm going to do raw. Because I'm not doing nuts either. Because the last time when I did raw, I did a lot of nut cheeses. I did raw hamburgers. You can find it in my, I'm gonna try to make a playlist so y'all can find this stuff easier. But I did like raw hamburgers made out of nuts and stuff like that. I did a lot. I did the raw cheesecake, but I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna try not to do it I'm not going to do it these first 2 weeks, so I can, you know, kind of get my body back on track. Because rather than looking at this as a cleanse, I'm looking at the stuff that Sharice gave me as the cleanse. But really my goal, is to get myself back on track and more disciplined. See, that substantial lunch got me. Get me back on track and more disciplined like I was. Because although I am very much on a path of self-love, that does not mean that I don't want to get rid of this belly. The reason that I still want to get rid of belly, and it's not a lack of, you know, acceptance of my body or whatever, it's because I know that it's not healthy. I'm carrying entirely too much fat there, and I have folk in my family, you know, just like most black folk. I have folk in my family that have diabetes and, you know, all these problems that come from having carrying too much fat on your torso. And so I'm just not interested in that life. Plus, this is not my best body. I know I've had children, so my body is gonna be forever changed, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But this is not my best body since having children. And so that's what I'm trying to get to. Yesterday, I also, let's see if I can flash all these without flashing everything. These are my waist beads, and I tightened them up because when I first got them, I have lost weight since I first got them, and they were like down, you know, by my pubic bone, so I shortened all 3 strands, and now I have them up kind of high because I want to watch them, you know, come down. So it keeps me, you know, aware of, you know, abdominal distension, either from gas, constipation, overeating. It just keeps me aware. Even, and the other thing is, because I wear stretch pants and yoga pants and workout pants or whatever so much because of, you know, trying to work out more, I noticed that that elastic can be terrible because you can stretch those pants out, you know. So I'm trying to make sure that I have something to keep me honest. So anyway, I think that's it. So anyway, thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I hope you find something here that is useful. I am trying to make sure that I do videos more regularly. If there's something that you want to know about, something that you want me to discuss, please by all means let me know. What else? Oh, thank you to my familiar friends for hanging with me through my little unedited videos. And of course, you all let me know if there's anything that you would like for me to do. I will talk to you all later, give you more updates, maybe in a couple of days or something like that, and make sure that y'all see and know how this is going. I will speak with you later. Hodabo.